Hey everyone, thanks for joining me today. I am going to start a beginner series. I realize that a lot of my viewers are beginners at junk journals, so I thought I would just start from the beginning and go over some of the things that I use. So in this video, I'm going to show you which glues I use. Adhesives are different. Adhesive to me is dry adhesive like score tape or double-sided tape. I generally do not use dry adhesive for journal making, simply because it doesn't last forever. When I first started making journals or even mini albums, I used score tape religiously, and those albums have since fallen apart, and it hasn't been that long, maybe 10 years, but the one that I recall the most, it was falling apart after 2 years, so I don't use that anymore. So I exclusively use wet glues. Now, when you're first starting, you do not need all of these glues. But I do use different glues for different purposes. And that's the hard part, is that there isn't one magical glue that you can do just everything with. So we'll start down here on the left. I do like to use glue stick, and this one is my favorite. This is the one that I have the most luck with, and I live in Georgia, and so in my climate this works great. I don't know about other people's climates. If you do not like the uhu, but I love it. It works perfectly for me. And generally what I use it for is, say I have this piece of paper and I want to glue this whole sheet down. I will do glue stick almost completely covering the whole sheet, and then I will take a wet glue, Barely Art, I usually will use this one, and I will go around the very edge, and then I will glue that down. I do this around the perimeter. I do this in the majority of the paper, okay? It's great for doing collage. Collage meaning taking a group of papers, different images, and gluing them all to one sheet of paper. So an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. You want to make your own design on it. You can just either rip papers and lay them down or cut them with your cutter. It's up to you, but that's what collage is, just in case someone doesn't know. I started using this one. This is the Art Glitter Glue, and it has a fine point tip. It dries amazingly fast, and sometimes that's an issue when you need a little bit more time to adjust your papers, or you're covering a large piece. Sometimes just even going around the border of a large piece of paper, this will be dry, close to dry, where you started. So I don't like that for using big pieces of paper. Also, when you use this, it will leave, so it when you squirt it, it leaves a a little squiggly line, right? It's tiny, tiny little line. And then you glue paper together, right? If you don't take something very, very smooth and flatten that out, you're gonna see the ridge. The glue will make a ridge, if that makes sense. And you'll be able to see it through your paper. And I don't like that. So what I generally would use is a bone folder, or like this, or the long kind like this, or a scraper to flatten. And you have to do that quick because this dries fast. So I stopped using this as my primary wet glue. And I had heard great things about this Barely Art. And so I decided to try that, and I love it. You get a little bit more playing time to adjust position of your paper, and it doesn't leave that ridge when it dries. So I do love this. It doesn't wrinkle your paper either. Some glues can do that, so just be careful of that. I think the one, let's see, like if you were to use school glue, Elmer's glue, there are some that I don't use anymore. I'm not sure where it is. They will wrinkle your glue. I mean, they will wrinkle your paper when you use them. So I don't like that either. This one, I love this. It's PVA glue. It's a white glue. I get this from, oh, by the way, I get all three of those from Amazon. This one I get also from Amazon. And you just type in pH neutral PVA glue. The brand is Lineco, Lineco. If you want to type that into Amazon, it's up to you. I just usually put in PVA glue. This will come up, and I love it. It is very runny compared to both of these, and spreads very, very easily. So I use this on when I make books, when I do covers, when I want to glue a large piece of fabric, say to my cover. I will use this, and I will spread it either with a paintbrush, spread it the whole surface of whatever it is that you're gluing down. I like to use this. This is just silicone, and I got these on Amazon too. But this is great because you don't have to worry about your bristles getting stuck together and having to wash your paintbrushes all the time. This is about, I'd say 1.25 inches maybe in width. They come in a set of 3, and I love it for spreading the glue around. It's amazing. It's so convenient. You can let the glue dry, and then you just rub it off like that, just like that. It just comes off. So I much prefer these over bristle brushes. This doesn't wrinkle your paper. You can even use this in a tiny little tiny bottle like these with the precision tip, and use it like you would either of these. So gluing around the perimeter of paper, that works great also. This one I like to use when I am gluing, say, a little piece of fabric, and I'm not gonna worry about, you know, gluing the entire piece of fabric. I'm just gonna go around the perimeter. Or if I'm gonna glue down some ribbon or like lace, crocheted lace trim, I will often use this. This is a alcohol-based adhesive. It is clear. There's another one called 3-in-1, I think, and there's also Fabric Fusion, and those all work the same. This one, I particularly like this one because you can glue anything to anything. It is water-based. It's considered a super glue. You can adhere, like it says, metals, plastics, glass, more paper. I love this for gluing on bulky items onto, you know, my paper pages or journal covers. I like to use this to glue on beads, flat back pearls, you know, large embellishments, right, that are chunky. I don't trust either of those to hold them. I always use this when I want to make sure that, oh, and here, no, I didn't use it on that, sorry. I love to use this to glue down buttons. I've never had a button fall off. So I do love this. You can get this at Hobby Lobby, and you can also get this on Amazon. This is at Joann's. These I get off Amazon. And then for collaging, I used to use this one all the time until I went back to this. They work basically the same. This is very much like Mod Podge, and years and years and years ago when I first started, I used Mod Podge. The issue I have with Mod Podge is even if you use the matte Mod Podge, it does leave a sheen of some sort, and it does dry tacky. Mod Podge does, and I don't like how that feels. So I saw someone else use this. It's called Collage-Pauge, P-A-U-G-E. It's made by Aleene's, and this one is a 16 ounce. You can also get this on Amazon also. And it doesn't wrinkle paper. It doesn't leave a tacky residue. It says matte, and it does dry matte. So I love this too. This is a good one. Here's the other one I had mentioned. I mentioned Fabric Fusion. This is a little runnier than the Fabri-Tac is. It seems to work okay. I just bought this one because I wanted to try it. So it seems to work just fine. So that is about it. That's about it. All that I use for adhesives or for glues. So if you're wanting to start, I would say, and you're strictly going to use just paper, I would say either one of these for gluing down large pieces of paper. Both of these, you want to spread the glue completely, you know, flat. Don't just pour it on there and then just, you know, slap your paper down. I do like to spread the glue. And either one of these, and maybe a glue stick if you want to try a glue stick. Now, this will also work like these if you get a precision tip glue bottle, and those are on Amazon. And basically you can get a bigger bottle with a nozzle and squirt it into a small precision tip glue bottle, and it'll work the same way that these two work. Extra drying time because it is runnier than these two, but it doesn't wrinkle paper, and it works just fine for doing that. So you can actually start with just these two adhesives if you would like. Glues, I'm sorry, glues, if you would like. Now, if you want to go into the fabric realm of doing like ribbon or lace or doilies and that kind of thing, I do like to use this one, the Fabri-Tac or the 3-in-1. So those are my glues. I hope that was helpful, and if you have any other questions about glues, just leave them in the comment box below and I will answer your questions. Next video, I think I'm gonna do tools, and after that we'll start getting into how to make an actual journal. So I hope that you enjoy this beginner series, and if you have any other questions about I was gonna say anything about journal making, but no, about glues, just let me know and I will get right back to you. All right, so thanks for joining me. Hit the like button if this was helpful for you, and if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Head over to Facebook and find me on Facebook. You can join my Facebook group. And that's about it. I will put information down below, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.